Alright guys, Ogre Fab Works here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's a line boring job. Got a little bit of play on a Komatsu PC50. So definitely loose. Pins look to be about 1 3/4 inches. So at the very least, gonna have to do this end of the stick, this end of the H-link, probably the top part of the H-link as well, we'll see. But gonna take it apart, see what we got, and go from there. Stay tuned. So I'm still assessing the situation, but just so you can see what I'm seeing. There's the bushing inside of there. The bushing seems to be mostly intact. It might be a little loose and spinning in there. We'll have to see. But looking on this other side here, that bushing looks gone. And the hole itself looks out of round. So that right there is telling me we're probably going to have to line bore this, just simply because this side looks to be off so much. You know, get that bearing material out. Over here on the H-link, still haven't figured out exactly how bad it is. The bushing seems to be pretty thin and actually broken at the ends. You can see it a little bit more over here. The bushing is kind of broken, so I'm going to go ahead and try to clean all the grease off and see where we're at with the bushings. If maybe I can press them out and press new ones in, or it needs to be line bored. So we'll keep investigating and go from there. Hey guys, working on the line boring job now. So here's the H-link. I was able to get the bushings out of that. I think I got a little bit of filming on that. So here's what's left of the bushings. See if you could focus. So it's kind of like a bronze, kind of compressed cast something. Normally you can put a good bit of weld in there and knock them out, but for whatever reason it's not taking weld because of the weird composition of whatever it is. So I was just heating it up and then hitting it with the air hammer, knocking it out. Bottom section here, this is the bushing that came out of it. So air hammers chip a little bit of it. You can see there where I tried to weld on it, and it just kind of gouged a little bit. But yeah, for this, I just, hitting it with the air hammer and knocking it out and moving on with life. So let's go. And you need big boy air hammers to do this. So this is my CP717. This one works very well. I've also had my snap-on work very well. This one actually uses 498 shank bits versus your standard, 408 or 405 or whatever it is, but it's a big boy, that's for sure. So your regular light duty air hammers won't do this. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. You can see there's no scarring or anything. It's nice and clean. All right, moving on to the next step. All right, there's the bushing. They come out in pieces. And there's the cylinder. So, all right, got that bushing out. I think this bushing's pretty well paper thin, worn in, so I'll have to pre-cut that, cut that out. And then we could look at line boring it and pressing in the new bushings. Here we go. Okay guys, I haven't been doing a lot of talking here, been setting it up, so I figured I'd just walk through, I guess, what's going on in the current setup. So, got the bushings all installed. This is my small bore kit, so I had to put in some reducer bushings and a little bit of learning there just because I normally run bigger holes than this. But everything looks good. I added some extensions here onto the feet. It just gives it a little bit more stability. Like to just think about, you know, if you're standing with your feet really narrow together, it's easy to wobble back and forth, but if your feet are spread apart, you know, you're a lot more stable. So that's the reasoning behind that. And there we go, everybody. It could not have gone much smoother than that. I'll try to give you a look there. All right, guys. Got the bores all cleaned up and done. Just need to clean the faces up a little bit. And then on the inside, there's a lip I need to clean up. If you guys can see in there, just those edges. I'll get in there with an extended die grinder and just clean those up. But just need to, yeah, do a little bit of cleaning and press the bushings in, and we should be good. And then over here, I'm working on getting these bores all cleaned up and ready to go, and push these bushings in. So one of the challenges I was trying to overcome was these bushings sit below flush, so they'll sit, you know, about a 1/4 of an inch gap on both sides, something like that. And so how do you get this to push below flush? You know, you could try to cut something out perfectly, and a big washer or something like that. But I was thinking one of the press nuts that go on these rods, my through ram rods, it was about the right size. And if I just took the flats off, should be able to push right through. So that's how I think I'm going to do it. Just because it's what I have on hand. And then put the rod up in there. Sorry, it's still hot. And press them in. And you can kind of see the lines where the grease seal sat before. But anyway, that's that. So just kind of getting everything prepped and then cleaned up. And once I push these bushings in, it'll be off to pushing in the stick bushings. And then I think the last step is really just the hydraulic cylinder, and we can call it good. All right, guys, bushings and grease seals are all in the hydraulic cylinder. That's put back on. Pin is in. Nice and tight. And then over here, got some other projects, but got our pin and our H-link, and then here's the other pin. So everything's set. I just need to put grease seals in and put it all back together. So I got the new dog bones over here. Those have got to go on as well. But we're closing in. So everything seems to be working out pretty good. Might have to sand down a few, see if that'll focus. There's a few nicks on the rods there, so I just wonder if those are catching. Maybe I'll have to sand those down. Yet they didn't package them very well when they shipped the pins, so maybe have to just buff a little bit of that out. But yeah, coming all together. Grease seals, paint, throw it back together, and ship it. So let's keep it going. All right, guys, there she is, all back together. These are the bolts it comes with, the pins. That's an aftermarket coupler. She's all greased up, back together. Added a little grease cert in there, and ship it on down the way. So now it's just the fun of cleaning up all the line boring stuff, getting back organized for the next project. So thanks for watching. Ogre Fab Works, servicing Michigan and Indiana, line boring and welding. Thanks for watching.